Hey guys, welcome to the mid-2018 setup tour here in my little studio slash bedroom, which is the front end of the trailer that me and my mom share. But don't worry, I'll be moving here in the next few months, probably no later than, I would say, the end of fall. But anyway, I want to basically split this up into two parts. The first part will be my repair setup slash my secondary setup, so in case I decide to use this side, hey, it's available. And the next part, I'll be doing my gaming setup, which I also use as my main work center for just about anything I need to do, whether it be doing some automotive research, gaming, live streaming, video editing, basically my daily day-to-day tasks, such as watching YouTube videos. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so starting off from the tallest to the shortest system. This system right here is a Dell Dimension XPS Gen 4. This server right here, well, actually old gaming desktop, is used as my secondary file backup system, so in case I have to back anything up from this system or any other possible system. This system right here is one that stores all the files from all the systems in my network, which is good because I usually have all my primary backups going onto this system, and then this system dumps those files to here on a weekly basis. And this system sports a 80 gigabyte boot drive with a 2 terabyte, I think it was a old Western Digital black drive that went in the server, which is in here, and this also has 256 megabytes of RAM and a Intel Pentium 4 running at 3.4 gigahertz, which is on the Intel Socket 775, and no, this does not support the dual quad cores. Now, this system right here is my primary file server, which I will eventually turn into one of my backup editing rigs, but this is a Dell Precision T3400. I actually got this on eBay from a seller called eCycle Pro, and they actually had a pretty good deal, and seeing that they have a couple of facilities, one that's right near me, it got here relatively pretty quick. So this system does have an optical drive, which I do not use because I do not have a IDE connection for the system. Then I've got a 320 gigabyte, a 500 gigabyte, then I've got a 1 terabyte Western Digital black drive, along with a Seagate 250 gig hard drive. The 1 terabyte I currently use for my main media, videos, music. The 500 gig is where I dump most of my backups, game saves from older games that aren't on Steam, and a few other diagnostic tools I use for computer repair. The 250 gig is the main boot drive slash backup drive for all my mom's important files. Then the 320 gig drive I often use for like a temporary game server, so in case I want to host a game server, I'm actually able to use it. Now, getting over to the core of my network here, a Dell Dimension 3100/E310. You might remember this system from a very long time ago. Well, it was actually a Dimension E310, but there's literally no difference but the name. But this has an Intel Pentium 4, which has hyper-threading. But wait, before I get on to any more further, I forgot to mention this. I think it was I forgot to mention the processor from this system right here, which is a Intel Core 2 Quad Q6600. I forgot to mention that, and this also has 4 gigs of RAM, which I plan on upgrading to 8 when I get moved. Alright, now back on track. This system right here has 256 megabytes of RAM, a 80 gigabyte Western Digital Caviar drive, and the purpose of this system right here is my router. And in case you're wondering, the operating system that is run on this system specifically is pfSense, and I also have OpenVPN running on this, so in case I'm out of town and need to access a few of my smaller size files, I can just easily log in and boom, grab it. Of course, optical drive doesn't work. I just keep it there just for decoration. Then this system here, this is a old HP system that I actually got from one of my neighbors because it was on a reuse it site, and she was actually about ready just to flat out throw it out, and I told her I'd actually take it for her because, you know, I don't like systems going to waste, and this system is working perfectly. And let me grab the model number. By the way, this is my toolbox. I will do a video of that later, so I might do a part 3. But this system here is an HP Compaq Z220MT, which actually this used to be a business computer. It originally didn't have a floppy drive in it, but I decided to throw one in because I have old floppy drives with files on them, and every now and then I like to play an old floppy disk game. But this has 512 megabytes of RAM and a Intel Pentium 4. It originally had a Intel Celeron, but I had a Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz laying around that I was going to throw in. And the graphics card is I think a EVGA GeForce 6200, and I'm just using the onboard sound for the system. Yeah, that basically goes over the main parts of my secondary setup here in terms of computer towers. Up here is basically the meat and beans of the network. So let me go ahead and activate my, I'll hold off on the infrared. But that right there is my home phone. It's old cheap VTech phone I got for a little while. And I have a APC Backups CS500, which is basically what's keeping the bulk of my network alive. Which I have this system hooked up to my modem, my switch back there, which you can't really see, so let's go ahead and turn this on, infrared on. So back there is my switch, and then the power strip with that, I think 10 ports I bought at Target when I did my network rebuild a long time ago. And then I got my all-in-one modem, which I'm only running in bridge mode, because, you know, the all-in-one combos suck, because from my experience, every time they'd overheat, it would knock the Wi-Fi right out. And then below that is my Compaq 8-port KVM switch, which I have all these systems hooked up to, which I'll get over there here in a minute. Then up here on the top shelf, I have my PS2 games, some kind of duster which I use for Dynasty Earth to keep some of the rodents away from here, because they are very popular down here in Florida. All kinds of different pests and all. And then right there, as you can tell, they are service manuals. In case you wonder why a geek has service manuals, because this geek likes to repair his own vehicles. And it's very rare I like to take my vehicles to the shop. And I mean by vehicles, I mean by my GMC Yukon and my mom's Blazer. Unless I need an alignment done, because I don't have the equipment for that. And then right over here, we have my laptop, camera bag, and the toolbox, which I still got to finish organizing, so I will do a separate video on my personal channel. So let's go ahead and move over to the main desk, which is probably going to be a little bit messy. Get this cable unsnagged here. So this over here is my main repair setup. This right here, I'm pretty sure you remember from a while. Alright, so this monitor right here is my old Acer X223W, the one I was originally using for my video editing before I upgraded to my Asus 24-inch monitors. Then I have like a geographical mouse pad that I bought on, I think it was eBay that I bought it on. But I wanted to go with this mouse pad because it kind of matched the color of my desk. Hey look, the monkey wrench. Let's take a look here. So basically I'm down here where my finger's pointing down the floor. In case you wonder where I'm using for a mouse and keyboard, I'm just using a very cheap Keytronic keyboard that I bought a few years ago. Then up here is, of course, my laptop with a Behringer sticker. I've got it buried, which is a Dell Latitude E6410 with i7 620, no not 620, but I think a 720QM, 256 gigabyte Crucial SSD, 8 gigs of RAM, and the NVIDIA NVS 3100M graphics chip. I'll do more of a video on that a little later down the road. But yeah, this basically completes the entire setup. In case, my bed stuff is down there. I bought a foldable chair on Amazon. And then up there I have my wonderful car charger, tissues, rags, spare parts box, and the assortment of different school-related stuff that I gotta get rid of yet. Oh yeah, and back here, I have, let me turn the infrared on. So I got my tire foam, which is missing the lid, liquid wrench, this stuff actually looks good. And I got mouse sensor cleaner, my Makita charger. By the way, if you guys have Makita batteries, hold on. I would highly recommend getting one of these, because these go right on to the Makita 18-volt batteries, and if you have the 12-volt lineup, they do have a version for the 12-volt lineup, and pair it with a 6-amp-hour battery, you have enough charge to get you through, possible for the week. There's the Craftsman toolbox that I used to use, and then all miscellaneous tools, bottles, and other crap I have. This setup here I will do in another video. So that will be part 2. But anyway, yes, I know. Everything's a mess. And yes, I'm going to be moving here in a couple of months. So I don't know when exactly, but I will probably do some update videos regarding all that later down the road. But anyway, as Eric O from Southman Auto would say, if I can do it, you can do it. And as Chris Pro would say, wheel you later.